Good evening and welcome to the Chrissy B Show. Now, did you know that touch is the only one of our 5 senses that doesn't lose its potency with age? As we grow older, our sense of smell and taste becomes less acute, our hearing diminishes, and our eyesight needs a little bit of help sometimes, but touch does not change. In fact, our need to touch and be touched becomes greater with age. Now, we generally communicate several times a day using touch through, for example, handshakes, high fives, hugs, and pats on the back, mostly as greetings or to communicate a job well done. A lot of information is communicated in these actions, and a firm handshake, for example, shows confidence, while a weak handshake can communicate insecurity. A hug with wide arms conveys warmth, while a one-armed hug, you know those kind of plastic ones, doesn't express as much openness or comfort. So on today's show, we're going to be speaking about the power of touch and its benefits to me and you. My guests tonight are Tolga Oars and Stuart McElwain. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Right.
Yeah, okay. From Free Hugs UK. Sinead Newman, a massage therapist, as well as Lisa Hodgkinson, a mother who didn't really experience much touch herself whilst growing up. And later on in the show, we'll be having our regular Friday makeup tip with Flavia Liao from the US, and we'll also be featuring a lovely lady that we met a couple of weeks ago on our What Would Chrissy Do section, and we decided that she deserved it to be spoiled, so we treated her to a bit of a makeover, so you're going to love the outcome. So if you want to get in touch, tweet Chrissy B Show or Facebook The Chrissy B Show. And you can also email chris@chrissybshow.tv, and Amelia will be reading out some comments later. But let's first start off by talking about hugs. Now, according to family therapist Virginia Satir, we need 4 hugs a day for survival, we need 8 hugs a day for maintenance, and we need 12 hugs a day for growth. And someone else also said a hug is the perfect gift. One size fits all, and nobody minds if you exchange it. And also, one more before we meet our huggers that are here today. A hug is like a boomerang. You get it right back right away. And that's Bill Kane. Did I say that correctly? He's an American cartoonist anyway. So we have with us Tolga Oars, Chief Hugging Officer, and Stuart McElwain. Is that right? Ambassador for Hugs, both from Free Hugs UK. So welcome to the show, guys. Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks.
I love your T-shirts. And you've got brought placards with you as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Great, free hugs for everyone. Now, who's going to start? Stuart, tell us about Free Hugs and what it's all about and how you got into it as well.
It's pretty simple. We just we go to somewhere, like normally a public place. We have signs like these, and we offer hugs to people, and that's pretty much it, really.
How did you get into it though? Because it's quite a strange thing just to go to a public place and
Yeah,
offer like free hugs.
Originally, my friend was doing it at Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park, and he put a video on his blog of him. Not a video, sorry. He blogged about it on his blog, and he also put a video of someone else, a famous video from YouTube of one man in Australia. And when I saw the video, I loved it.
Why did you love it? What kind
Just
of caught your attention?
someone, someone willing to give out hugs to strangers and just try to do something nice for other people. It's just very, quite moving actually. And I was living in Glasgow and I came to visit my friend. And while I was down here, I joined in a couple of times. I ended up moving down to London, and I became a regular free hugger.
Okay.
That's pretty much the story.
Oh, lovely. And how about you, Tolga? How did you get involved?
I was taking part in a meeting. It was a couchsurfing meeting, and there was an individual who introduced me to free hugs. Basically, he gave me one of his famous free hugs, and after that, the rest is history. I was like, wow, it was an amazing feeling, and I thought, what a great idea. I want to be part of this, and now I've been doing it for 4 years, basically.
Now, I just wanted to make clear as well, you don't get paid for this. You just go out, you take your time, your own free time, and you go out and you offer hugs to people.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So how do people actually react? Because I have to admit, I did see some people doing this, and I thought, that's a bit strange, just hugging complete strangers. Because I wouldn't normally, for example, just go up and hug a man, for example, a complete stranger, because I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. I would probably hug a woman, but I see it's getting quite popular now, and I think people may be warming to it more. But how do people normally react when they see you guys and they're like...
Well, it varies. It's a spectrum. It's some people are really enthusiastic. Some people, they've seen free hugs before, so they're even running to us and they're shouting free hugs, free hugs. And then other people, they're very negative, very critical. They think it's a waste of time.
Well, for someone that doesn't get hugged very often, I mean, even though like it's a stranger, but it does make you feel special, doesn't it? Because I can understand if, for example, someone has always been hugged, they've got like a family, a close family around them, they get hugs all the time. But for someone that doesn't have that human contact with anyone, something like just maybe even hugging a stranger could be quite nice for them as well.
Yeah.
And what do you get? How do you feel when you're doing this as well? What do you get out of it?
I mean, I sometimes I like the positive feedback, especially I think in the West as well as in England. There's not so much physical interaction, human touch. So sometimes it's people I really needed this hug. You know, nobody has hugged me for 6 months.
Oh,
So
really?
So there's a lot of positive feedback, and you know, people appreciating what we're doing, and so I really feel that we are spreading some positive energy when we're doing this.
Do people also like sometimes want to become friends with you afterwards, like, or they just get the hug and then they go?
I've made some very good friends.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, I have another Free Hugs T-shirt, which is a few years older than this one, and I met someone doing Free Hugs, American guy, who bought me the T-shirt before he went back to the States, and we're still in touch after a few years.
Right,
We're
nice.
good friends now.
Okay.
And I went to visit a friend in Sweden who I met doing Free Hugs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I meet quite a lot of people.
How often do you actually go out and do this?
I do it every weekend.
weekend?
Most weekends, not all
A
year
whole day?
round.
A whole day, or like how often?
I
do you
used to
spend?
try to do at least 4 hours. Now I sometimes do a bit less. I don't. I actually tend to do it a little bit less than I used to, in terms of how long each event is. But
Okay.
it's.
But
about
still, it's
4
your
hours.
weekend. You could be doing your own thing, couldn't you? Really? So it's still like
Well,
shows
I
that you
enjoy
want
it.
to help.
So
Like,
it's
yeah.
still, you know, it's not like it's work or something that's, you know, a burden. It's
Yeah,
like,
something
if I didn't
you
want to
enjoy.
do it, I wouldn't do it anymore. That's
Okay.
it, really.
And how about you, Tolga? How often do you do it?
I usually do it once a month, so I do a bit bigger events than Stuart. So I invite on Facebook, I do like an event, and I get about 20, 30 people to participate.
Really?
So it's a bit larger event.
You can invite anyone to come and do it?
Yeah, I make it an open event, and so anybody can invite their friends. And sometimes we have also people joining on the day. They see us giving free
really?
hugs, and I always bring pens, so people make their own signs and just join us. I think each time I've organized it, we had at least 5, 6 people just joining us spontaneously and taking part at the event.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, we've actually got a video to show as well, because Barbara went out and asked people when the last time they actually received a hug or gave a hug, and here's what they said.
How often do you make time for a hug? In this day and age of social disconnection, social networking websites, have we forgotten the basic physical gestures of love, humanity and kindness that can be expressed in just one hug? Please take a look at this video.
I don't mind, I don't care, as long as you're here. Go ahead, tell me you'll leave again. You'll just come back running, holding your sky out in hand. It's all the same.
So Jonathan, how often do you take the time out to have a hug?
Fairly frequently during the day.
That's quite a lot, that's quite unusual. Who do you hug?
I hug my wife because I'm retired, so I've got lots of time at home.
Not as often as I should do. Well, I would say once every few days, maybe with my mum. But you know, people are more accustomed to sort of looking at a computer screen than looking someone in the eyes and giving them a sort of a hearty hug, and just because a lot can be said in a hug. I mean, there's no words, but just that. You know, the arms and the body, it's just that feeling of warmth which words can't really express.
Whenever I meet up with friends and stuff, I always give them a hug and that. But
I think hugs are a very important part of life because it's a way to express your emotion. And like when you see friends, you just want to like, I don't know, if you haven't seen them for a while, you kind of want to give them a hug and be like, I missed you and stuff like that.
Every day.
Okay, and how does it make you feel?
Nice, good, like a treat.
And you?
I like it. It's kind of like family interaction.
Not too often, unfortunately.
Why not?
I don't know, it's the British Reserve and all that. It's thing we don't do in it.
don't really think about hugging him, so not really much.
All the time I can get, I think. Like, you know, when he wants a hug, he'll get one.
How do hugs make you feel? You obviously like them.
Wanted, special, loved, cared for, everything.
What about you?
Warm. Quite often, I think, yeah. Every day, at least.
And why do you do that then?
Because it makes me happy.
As often as I can, yeah.
And how does it make you feel?
Warm. It's nice, of course.
Every day. I say, yeah, every day, because you need that. I think that you need some hugs from everyone that loves you, because it's important, especially in a big city like London, that seems to be alienated one each other. The man seems to be alienated, and so you need some love.
I wouldn't do anything as planned as taking time out to have a hug, but I know that being in physical contact does make a difference. And there was some research done many years ago, and they asked librarians when they gave books back to people as they checked them in and out, just to touch fingers. And then they asked people how they felt about visiting the library. And the ones who'd been touched, even though it was just fingers, felt much happier.
How often do you take the time out to have a hug?
Once a week.
And how does it make you feel?
Special.
Good about myself.
Loved.
Good.
Better about myself. A lot better about myself.
Warm and cosy.
Yeah.
That's it for me on the streets of London. Now back to Chris in the studio.
I like the warm and cosy part, didn't you? Okay, so are there any actual rules that you have to follow when you're going out free hugging?
Well, I think an obvious rule is you have to make sure that if you're going to hug someone, they have to want you to hug them.
Because you don't just go running after people or anything, you wait for them to come to you.
It kind of defeats the purpose if you're going to give that person a hug and it's going to upset them, then don't do it.
Like this is sometimes with the open arms, the position, and you wait for people to come towards you.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes you have to do a bit of a sales pitch that it's really free because some people think, are you selling something? Or
do you need to make a donation or something like that?
Exactly,
okay.
yeah.
Have you got any interesting stories, anything that's happened that you've found quite interesting as you've been out doing this?
I've had a very long hug once from someone who was trying to test my resolve. Basically trying to see how long it would take me to push him away. And after about 5 minutes, he gave up.
That's a long time.
Yeah, he gave up, but he kind of went, well done or something. And then he left,
that
and
must have been...
I won. So I was like, no, it's just, you know...
I suppose you have to be prepared for anything, really, don't you? Because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never really know what's going to happen. But, that one, I was expecting him to be really annoyed because he didn't get what he wanted. He didn't get me pushing him away, but he was just joking around, so it was okay.
All right. And if people want to get involved, what can they do?
There's the Facebook group, facebook.com/freehugsuk.
Okay.
There is also the website, which is there were some problems with it. It will be up and running again sometime soon, hopefully.
Okay. We can put that up on our website as well once. So if you do want information, you can actually visit the website, chrissybisha.tv, and the details will be there. But just before you go, guys, just to read out a few of the stats about how touch can actually benefit a person. Apparently, it can make you healthier. It can boost your immune system and get you back on your feet sooner. This is according to research done by Tiffany Field, Director of Touch Research, and that's in the University of Miami. And they also found that sharing a love seat, I don't know what a love seat is anyway, but apparently sharing a love seat with a partner for 10 minutes lowered blood pressure in premenopausal women, and the study also concluded that women have reduced heart rates when they get lots of hugs. I wonder if men do as well. Oh, it says, but hugs don't have to be from a romantic partner. Various other studies have shown that touch helps asthma. Wow, that's interesting. Did you hear about that one? Did you know about that?
No, never heard about it.
Eases migraines and leads to a more restful night's sleep. Okay, so that's some interesting news for you. So if anyone asks why.
Yeah, that's one more reason.
What the benefits are.
All right, so guys, thanks so much for coming along.
Thanks
to
for
the
having
show.
us.
Let's give her a hug, I think.
Yeah.
Do I get a hug? I'm going to get a hug then. Thanks so much. Great to meet you. I don't want to hug because I'm holding an iPad. It's not because I'm being cold or anything. Thanks so much for coming along.
Thanks for having me.
All the best for what you're doing. I think it's great. Okay, so after the break, what's coming after the break? We have a mother that's coming on who's going to be actually talking about how she managed to change the way she was with her own daughter, because she was telling us earlier she was a little bit cold towards her daughter, and now she changed, and it's even changed the relationship between them. And also we're going to be joined by someone who's going to be talking about the benefits of massage. So join us after this break. Welcome back to the Chrissy B Show, where we are speaking about the power of touch. Now, before I meet my next guest who's on the sofa, which is Shania Newman, a massage therapist, and she's from Therapeutic Massage in London, I'm just going to go to this quick video of a nice massage that I had quite recently. Take a look at this. We shouldn't have done this at the beginning of the day. We should have been towards the end. Yeah. So that's the only problem. I did that massage at the beginning of the day when we were going to be filming out the rest of the day, and I was quite tired after that. I just wanted to sleep afterwards. But it was lovely, and obviously it does make you feel very relaxed and feel good. So it's another, obviously, a form of touch. And we're going to be speaking to Shania now, who's going to be telling us about the benefits of massage. Welcome to the show, Shania.
Hello, thanks for having me.
I also introduced Lisa as well, because she's going to be also speaking about something very important. This is the lovely Lisa over here as well. Thanks for joining me as well.
you.
But let's talk about massage first. So what are the benefits of it?
Well, the benefits, massage it's necessary. It's not just a holistic practice, it's therapeutic as well. Benefits, because a lot of the strokes are towards the heart. It improves your circulation. If you have tension in your muscles, it eases the tension. It's just great for de-stressing, and just overall, like practices like reflexology is great for joints. So it's good for your health, and the fact that you're interacting with somebody else. And some people on the table, they're lying down, they tell you all their stresses. It's just it's overall a therapeutic, just enjoyable experience.
And is this your full-time job that you do?
No, this is my part-time job, but I love it. So.
You love it, yeah. How did you get into it yourself?
I've always been sort of a touchy sort of person. I'm from that kind of family where we all hug each other. Yeah. Anyway, and
so you've loved free hugs before?
Yeah. No. I've seen free hugs before. I was the saddo that ran up and hugged. But just touching you. I used to do that with my mom because she worked a lot, and she'd say, "Oh, do my back," And I thought, let me do it, and I got into it. It's really nice. You meet new people, and it's all about the energy as well, and just getting to know new people as well.
So what kind of people come to you then for massage? Is it like across the board?
All walks of life, because our company's in the city, so we get a lot of business people, that are really stressed or just from the gym, they're tired or something like that.
When I had that massage, I was completely knotted up because it was quite painful at first because my literally here was really tight. Yeah. But after a couple of minutes, I was completely relaxed, and it wasn't painful
people
anymore.
in the office, they don't realize because they're at the computer. They're like,
it's
they don't realize that they need that help. Yeah. So that's what we're here for, and that's the main benefit, just to just get your body
you actually believe
calm.
It's not just something that you should do just as a treat. It's something that you should do
not
regularly.
At all. People just think of massage and they think, oh, it's a posh thing, but it's not. It's something that I think that everyone should do. You can learn to do it, and it's not just about the technique, it's about the energy as well. It's not just 1, 2, 3. You have to, that's why you could never really rely on a machine to massage you, because you need that interaction. You can't really rely on that because...
And they're cold as well.
They are cold.
They
are very cold, because we can feel the knots and feel where the work needs to be done, and it's all about that pressure, that energy, and you talk and you relate, and that's how you get people to come back. And
I don't like talking if I'm having a massage.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. Don't talk to me. Even when I'm having my haircut, I don't want to talk.
You don't have. You just lie there and just let it take you away. You know.
Okay. Have you got any because obviously it would be great for people to do it regularly, but for those that can't actually afford a massage regularly, is there something that they can do themselves at home that would be quite good?
Yeah, I find a lot of people, they do have computers nowadays and stuff like that. then you're always like this. So in here it normally gets a bit painful. So you could take your thumb and you could, if you want to try some.
Come on, Liz.
Rub
You're
your
at this
hand,
without you.
rub your thumb along that side there, slowly. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Slowly, in a circular motion, and rub it down the middle. And that should sort of ease that pain.
You're doing it at home as well?
You're
following us,
That should sort of ease that pain. And also along your arm, you can take your forearm and run it down. And run it up towards the heart.
It's not quite the same when you do it yourself.
No,
though, is
it
You
won't
it's
feel
just
the
nice,
same.
really.
But
It
you can
won't
still
feel the
feel.
same.
You can still
But
feel
you can
it,
still
yeah,
feel
it's like-
something.
Yeah, that's just, your blood
Yeah.
rushing around, and you have to do that for hand and arm movement and stuff like that.
How often should someone have a massage, do you think?
Once a week, every fortnight, I would say. It depends on your budget and it depends on your time, but I would say once a week or every fortnight because, it's just I think it's very necessary.
It's great.
It's not just about price. It's about your health.
And you can never be
everything.
too young as well to have a massage.
Not at
right?
all.
Even Lisa,
Not
you're
at
telling me
all.
only babies.
Babies.
When you were pregnant, you were shown how to.
When I had my daughter, she was very young, and at the clinic they have like a mother and baby group, and they would say, look, bring some oil, we're going to do some baby massage. So we would do it as a group first, and then they'd encourage you to take that home and then spend that time just massaging at night before they go to sleep.
So you have one daughter, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you work full time.
I do.
And you were telling me earlier as well that the relationship between you and your mum, it wasn't so huggy and touchy-feely,
It wasn't. There was touch. I remember I used to massage my mum's feet and things like that. But in terms of hugs and things, it wasn't really. There was hugs, but it wasn't. I think she was just so busy, consumed with everything that our hugs were like quite limited.
Yeah.
So like as I was saying earlier, you'd go to give my mum a hug, she'd go, oh, not now. It's not that she wants to just reject you, but that was just her way. She was just busy. And I found I was doing that. And like I was saying earlier, a friend of mine said to me a few years ago, you're so cold. And at first I was like, how can I be so cold? What are you talking about? Cold? Why am I cold? You wouldn't think you'd be cold to your own child. And just things like...
How old is your daughter?
She's 7 now.
She's 7 now, okay.
But when I actually started thinking about it, because my friend says, you don't hug properly, you just like lean on me. So my hugs would be just, there's no life in it.
Those cold hugs we were talking about earlier, not those
very
big
cold.
warm
These are
ones that
ice
free hugs
cold.
give out.
These were ice cold hugs. So I started to think about that, and I was like, but I don't feel like hugging like that, so why should I do it? And that was the secret to do what I didn't feel. So I went against those.
Because sometimes the action makes you feel, the feelings come afterwards sometimes, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I started looking, thinking, hang on a minute, I think my friend has a point here. And I started changing with my daughter and giving her hugs. And it's strange because I was hugging her, but it's like I was lifeless. There was nothing. Do you know? It's really difficult. You think, hang on a minute, that's your child. But I'm just wasn't that kind of person. But now we hug, and even we're closer because of that.
How has your relationship changed, though?
Touch as well. You speak a language when you touch, don't you? Because you speak and you can say to a child you love them, but sometimes as a child you want that security, or they need that security to know, you know what, this is my mum's hug. This is my mum who's here to protect me. And when you don't have that, I think that's what was missing maybe when I was younger. It does cause a kind of insecurity when you don't have that touch. So now
I was showered with affection when I was growing up, but really it was but that kind of made me very like affectionate person as well, like afterwards. But it was really nice because I did always feel loved in there. But then on the other side, I've spoken about this before, my husband didn't get that kind of contact. So when we got together, I was like, he thought I was over the top, too affectionate. And I thought he was really cold. And then we had to kind of find a balance that would work. But, I'm naturally affectionate because of the way my parents were. And I think it's really nice to be that, because people warm to you as well.
And I think it does help them. Like, I have family members that they're in exactly the same situation. Their partner is extremely cold and they're so affectionate. And it really causes a strain on the relationship. So it's like we're teaching them, really.
Takes away all of that. You don't have to say anything.
That's it. It's a language in a sense.
How you just express that out of yourself is... It's amazing if you get a good hug.
And let's see what our viewers have to say as well. Amelia, do we have any comments from anyone?
Yes, we do. One of the mothers commented, when I was a little girl, my dad held my hand whenever we crossed the road. When I became a big girl with my own 5 children, he still insisted in doing so. That gesture was always a source of comfort and love for me. He passed away, and I still miss crossing the street with him.
I didn't hear the first part. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was reading something here. Would you two like to comment on it? Because I wasn't listening. So I'm sorry if you're at home.
That's amazing.
That does just talk about, you know, the power of touch.
Yeah.
You know, a dad holding a child's hand. So the person saying that she's older, her dad would still do that, but now he's passed away. She misses that. And that's what I'm saying. It speaks a language by itself, doesn't it? It kind of passes this security and relationship.
Let's go back to something. This is another bit of research about massage. It says researchers at the University of Miami had people do a difficult math problem. Then they had them do it again after receiving a chair massage. Now, I'm not talking about those plastic things, actually someone sitting in a chair getting massaged properly, yeah? Post-massage subjects showed increased speed and accuracy in solving the problems, as well as more pleasure in the task. So that's quite interesting, isn't it? So the people actually did better after having a massage. So if you want to do well in your studies, have a massage just before an exam, it will be great.
You know, with my daughter now, she's 7, I was just saying earlier, she asked for a foot massage, or she asked for a massage now.
Really?
Yeah,
Where did she get that from?
7. And she asked, because this is something, you know, it's like, in a sense, pampering, but it's relaxing, it's that connection, isn't it, with a mum and child. So.
I suppose even animals like it, really, don't they? Even my cat likes a
my
massage.
well.
All right, let's go to another email, please, Amelia.
We have a viewer that actually benefits from massages as well. He says, I enjoy my job, but it requires long hours. Desk work, rushing one place to another. I get heavily stressed from this, so I regularly get deep massages twice a month. I find it as a great reliever, and it helps me get through work. That's lovely.
Interesting.
I'm sure that does help. I must confess, I only ever had a full body massage once in my whole life.
Really?
Okay, you should come to TML.
I don't know why I'm saying really, because that's the same with me. I just had one, and like sort of short ones, maybe 3 times in my whole life.
Really?
Apart from the massages for my husband, of course, which are the best ones. All right, let me just read some things here about children, what happens when the benefits of touch to infants as well. It's saying here, this was a study conducted by Dr. Linda Harrison, has found that touch combined with gentle massage had a positive effect on infant weight gain and survival rates. That's amazing, isn't it? Children who were picked up, hugged, cuddled, cradled and petted or stroked were shown to gain weight faster and began normal developments like crawling and walking earlier. Now, these infants also slept better and were more alert when awake due to an increase in general relaxation. So it's saying here that you can, did you learn any of these techniques? Let me read some. Gently stroking a baby's stomach in a clockwise direction, do you know about that? Has been found to promote healthy digestion and can help alleviate gas pains.
I use that a lot as well. So.
Gas, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Don't do anything out while you're doing the massage.
No.
Okay. Oh, and it also says massage can also relieve some of the baby's colic pain and discomfort. All right, and they're also giving some suggestions here on how you can provide soothing touch to infants. So if bottle feeding, parents should always hold the baby instead of propping the bottle and letting baby feed himself. So don't just stick your baby on a chair and just shove a bottle in its mouth. You should actually hold the baby, right? It's also saying about, obviously everyone knows about the rocking. During play activities, parents can remind baby of their presence by gently rubbing their backs. And also it's saying parents can take a class in infant massage.
Yeah, you can do infant massage, a lot of stretching, because a lot of the times these young mums, they don't really know what to do. So the babies are quite hunched up, you know, they don't really have a neck. So it's a lot of stretch. You can do a lot of stretching on the baby. And that's kind of stuff that they're used to in the womb anyway, because they're swimming around. You can stretch them, stroke them.
Sounds funny, you can stretch your baby.
Yeah, you can stretch their neck. They won't feel it, it's fine.
Yeah. So why do people feel happier then when they get massaged and stuff?
It's all about like touching the nerves, like when you're stroking towards the heart and towards the brain, it just releases that endorphin that says relax, and you just can't help it but to relax if you're being stroked in that way.
When's the best time to have a massage? Not early in the morning, right?
I wouldn't say early in the morning, because then you want to relax and sleep, and, you know. But I'd say maybe at the end of the day, 6, 7, when you're about to wind down, and you can have a really good night's sleep and wake up feeling refreshed.
Okay, that's lovely. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any final words, Lisa, about how you should be with your kids then?
That you can change. You don't do what you feel like doing.
Don't have to be an ice queen like you were.
You don't. You don't. And the benefits, you really see the benefits with the children.
All right. Thank you so much for your participation. And if you have any comments or anything as well, don't forget you can email chris@chrissybshow.tv. And if you want more information about anything that we've spoken about tonight, all the guest details will be up on the website, chrissybshow.tv. And you'll also be able to watch previous shows as well. It's there, and it's also, we have it on our YouTube channel as well. Now, after the break, we're going to be having, let me start again. After the break, we're going to be having our regular Friday, see, I need a massage. Regular Friday makeup tip with Flaviel from the US, and we'll also be featuring a lovely makeover with Lisa Marie. So join us then. Welcome back to the Chrissy B Show. Well, after all those hugs, we're all feeling very happy here. And just to also remind you that hugs are very, very important in a relationship as well. Now, I know sometimes when you've been with someone for a while, a lot of people let this side slip, so there's not much affection anymore. You know, there's even just touching or patting on the back or the hugs, they don't seem to do that as often as before, but it's very, very, very important that you're still very affectionate with your partner, because that's what keeps you connected as well. So please don't forget to give your husband or wife a cuddle, your partner a cuddle, if you haven't seen them for the whole day. Make a point of actually stopping what you're doing and going and giving your partner some attention, because we all need it, and it does keep relationships much, much closer as well. Well, now we have our makeup tip from Flavia, and then after that we're also going to be checking out what Lisa Marie did with a lovely makeover. So join us after this.
Hi and welcome back to my fashion blog. Today's tip will be on how to remove your makeup when you are tired, just coming from a party and you so want to lay down and sleep, and you remember that you have lots of mascara that you have to remove. I have a good tip for you today, which are the makeup removing wipes. You can choose one that is best for your skin type. My skin is very sensitive, so I choose these ultra calming wipes, and you can apply it to your skin. Usually it is very cold when you take it out of the package. You can apply it to your face and leave it on for a couple of seconds. Actually, you can leave right on your eyes to help removing the excess of mascara. Leave it on for a couple of seconds too, and then you wipe your makeup right off very gently. Don't be too rushed with your skin, because it's gonna irritate your skin and it's not good. So just wipe your makeup right off, and your skin will be ready for the night cream, and it will thank you very much, because you're not gonna have to get up and actually wash everything, and you're gonna save a lot of time from your sleep time. I hope I've helped you, and I see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Flavia. And I don't know if you guys remember Heather that we interviewed on the What Would Chrissy Do section. She was in a bit of a dilemma because she just come out of a violent relationship. She's now unemployed because she was working a job that she really hated. Well, she was so lovely. We decided that we wanted to do something a bit special for her. So Lisa Marie actually took her out for the day, and she had her makeup done, and some nice clothes were chosen for her, and she absolutely looked fab afterwards, and it really gave a boost to her confidence. So take a look at this, and then we'll talk afterwards.
Hi viewers, I'm here in sunny Mill Hill to do a makeover for a previous guest. You may have remembered Heather from our What Would Chrissy Do section, where she wrote in she was unemployed. Well, today we're going to give her a makeover. She doesn't really know what to do with clothes. We're going to give her a fun daytime look, a great evening look, and I'm sure you're going to be wowed by the results.
today we're doing a very sort of basic bridal makeup look, very pretty, very feminine, and we can use some nice golds and yellows. So she's quite fair, so we'll just do a nice bridal. I'll start by applying a primer. This just sets the skin up, so the foundation smooths in quite nicely. And you don't see all the pores of the skin. How does that feel to you? Smooth?
Yeah, very smooth.
This is the foundation. It's a very light foundation. Just match it to her skin tone. First we test on the jawline. Tilt your head up for me. Just going to blend it in with the makeup sponge. The next look, really, is just to give her a bit of a sun-kissed glow. So we get rid of any excess on the hand. We sweep from side to side.
So after speaking to Heather and finding out that she's quite open to try on most things, and looking at her proportions, she's very slim, very petite, and has this massive, beautiful blonde hair. So looking for things that will complement her. And what I found is over here. I have this really, really nice dress here, tunic, can also be worn as either. We're going to put a nice white vest under here. These really nice greeny colours will really pick out the blue in her eyes. Teamed with a lovely pair of skinny white jeans. Every girl's best friend is a skinny, I think. And we'll see what this one looks like. Okay, so Heather, are you ready in your day look? Okay, come out. Let's have a look. Wow, so this is the kind of top that you can also wear as a dress if you're feeling a bit daring, obviously, when it's spring, summer. The white skinny jeans are still big for autumn, winter. We've just nipped it in there, so it's really showing off the slim waist that you do have. So I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Great day look.
Use just a little bit of concealer under the eyes. Lift up for me. You just tilt your head so you're actually in the light so I can see.
Now, every girl I think deserves to look like a princess at least once in their life. And here at Image, they have a massive amount of absolutely beautiful evening wear dresses. So the dress I have chosen for Heather to try on today is this beautiful blue creation here. As you can see, really glamorous, gorgeous necklace, and a lovely cutaway back here. She will look stunning. So we saw how amazing Heather looked in that wonderful daytime look that we just put her in. So now we have made her look amazing with this great nighttime look. We've updated her makeup so it's more glamorous, a bit more smoky eye, more full lips, and you are going to be wowed. Heather, you ready?
Yes.
Oh, let's have a look. Wow, I think that looks absolutely amazing because it kind of does it all for itself. And it shows off your waist to perfection. I think it looks absolutely amazing. You look $1 million.
I've really enjoyed my makeover this afternoon. The clothes, the hair, the pampering, it's been wonderful. I feel like a lady. Thank you very much.
So there we have our lovely Heather. Now, if you fancy a makeover, or if you have a friend that you maybe feel needs a bit of a confidence boost and she could do with a nice makeover, do let us know because we can take them for a special day out as well. You can email me on chris@chrissybshow.tv. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next one or your friend will be the next one that gets featured. Now, just to go back to our discussion that we were having, or it's only me now, so it's just me and you guys discussing it, about touch and the power of touch. Now, this is another bit of research here as well. And it's saying that it can actually deepen your relationships. Now, this is someone saying here, one of the key places we can use touch is in our families. And this is a doctor called Hertenstein. A lot of fathers are reluctant to hug their sons for fear of how they will be perceived. But touch increases bonding with those around us. And he gives his own example of his 5-year-old son, who he gives a massage, a back rub every night as he tells him a story. So that is a thing, isn't it? Sometimes men or fathers feel, I can't hug my son too much because it's going to be a bit weird. He's going to maybe be a bit of a sissy when he grows up. But that doesn't happen. Actually, the child actually learns to be affectionate, learns to be a giving person as well. And also the research is saying touch may mean more to men than they let on. And this is according to a 2011 study by the Kinsey Institute for Research in Sex, Gender and Reproduction. Now, they actually polled 1,000 men and their female partners in 5 countries about the power of touch, and found that for men between the ages of 40 and 70, regular cuddling was more important than sex. And the more men hugged and kissed, the happier they considered their relationships. So guys, for the ones that pretend they don't like hugs and affection, the research shows that actually you are a lot happier, so you might as well embrace it and get on with it. So the other thing the doctor's saying is the most important thing is to have a frequent dose of touch. Like diet and exercise, if you don't have it daily, the effects will go away. So if we leave you with anything from today's show, it will be this. Be affectionate with those around you, especially your family members. So don't forget, I know sometimes we get caught up in the daily grind of life and busy and lots of work and things to do, but don't forget those around you. Don't forget to give your parents a cuddle. Parents, don't forget to, take time to be affectionate with your children, partners as well. Make sure you make that time because it's so precious and you don't know how long you have that person around for as well, do we? But anyway, it's time for the end of the show now. We are going to leave you with this YouTube funny video. Now, Monday's show is about the top regrets of the dying. Now, it sounds a bit morbid, but it's actually something that this show could even change your life and change the way that you look at your life and what you do. So do join us again on Monday. If you want more information at any point, chrissybshow.tv is the website, and you can also email me at any point, chris@chrissybshow.tv. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday. Bye-bye for now.